Photography is so important for social causes because we are such visual creatures, and if I'm doing my job well here, then I am translating someone else's story to the viewer in a way that my subject finds true and feels to be true.
We are still in Maimahiu and we're heading to meet the maker moms that make the Ubuntu Meat products. I'm excited for them to tell you their stories because ultimately none of these stories are mine to tell.
We progressed from the trade school, then we started the first center for children with special needs in the entire area. About 2 years into that program, the mothers of those children came to us and they said, we'd love to have a job. And I was like, great, what is it that you want to do? And they said they want to learn how to sew. And so I was like, done. We ended up partnering with an organization that sent teams from the US 3 years in a row, taught our original 9 moms how to sew.
When we started with Zane, we started with people saying, all we need is an opportunity. We need to work. We need something that we can be able to do.
A lot of these moms come from incredibly challenging situations, and how they've uplifted themselves and empowered themselves is so amazing. So I'm also thinking about that when I'm shooting them, because I want to portray them in a way that is empowering and that shows that these people are badass and that they're not people that the viewers of the photo should pity or feel bad for. These are people that they should revere and look at as like, whoa, these people are amazing, that's so cool.
I have 2 kids. The second born, she's a girl called Abigail, and she is the one who has special needs. She don't have one now. I pray God and ask God, give me a job so that I can provide my kids with what they want. And that's when Ubuntu started. I have my own home where I have already built my plot. Yeah, we are living with my kids and my husband, but because of many circumstances, I have left and I started a new life here.
Every morning at the factory, the women start with a prayer. So this morning, when our group arrived, they greeted us with a song, and as guests, you feel so welcomed.
It was kind of a dual, enlightening kind of aha moment because one, we saw the power of a job for these women because they went from feeling very helpless and hopeless to being fully empowered and the potential of what they can create for their lives. The other was what a relief it was from the organization's standpoint of having an alternative revenue stream, because before we were 100% donated revenue, and now we were a hybrid model of earned revenue plus donated revenue.
The way that I shot today was similar to what I did at the school when it comes to just interacting first and then getting my camera out once people are comfortable with you and your presence there, because you're a visitor. You can't just waltz in with your camera and expect to get these amazingly emotive portraits of people. I think the more information that I have in that regard, the better, because it's going to make their story better.
What Ubuntu has done for me is grounded me in my humanity. You're constantly tempted to get more money, have more success, and it reminds me constantly to be more rooted in my heart. What the Kenyans have helped me realize, if my life can benefit others, then that's when I'm the most fulfilled.
I'm photographing portraits of the women, which will go on the product, as well as like quotes from them. I'm photographing the process when they're making the product. And then I'm also photographing them in their homes or in the town. So I'm just trying to tell a really cohesive story, and that'll go to fundraising, but it'll also go to telling the story of the product so that when their customers are receiving their shoes or their handbags, they're seeing who made their product, which is really powerful.
This is what you are going to see on my travel diary, Kenya. I spent most of my time in my Maihu not shooting, but talking and interacting with the kids and just getting a feel for it. When it comes to photographing tribes, it just comes down to respect and making sure you're not treating people like a museum exhibit. I love wildlife photography. My favorite thing to do is just show the charisma of animals.